They had to put them in the last room. So all in, that is about 48 kilograms of car parts and tools and a few clothes as well, which I've just lugged all the way across London to get the train to Gatwick Airport. My flight is tomorrow, early morning, and then I will be arriving into Yerevan in the early hours to pick up my Land Rover.
Time to check you've got everything with you.
So, a good example here. I'm currently in Riga. Places I'm going to go: Yerevan, Tbilisi, Batumi, across here, Burgas, Sofia, up this way, Budapest, Vienna, north of Munich, Frankfurt, Cologne, Brussels, back to the UK. That's a long bloody way. I can see a Land Rover. Oh yeah. Well, the good news is I found my 27mm socket down there. That's not lost, that's good. I'm just going to check the oil because it's been sat and it's on flat ground. We are power steering fluid. How much have we lost? Probably lost halfway from the middle to the bottom. That's in 2 weeks, so not too bad. That's where it's all gone. Right, let's get out of here. As expected, on the way in it read the Q as a 0 or Q as an O, and on the way out it read it as a Q, so it didn't recognise that I paid, so had a bit of trouble scanning the ticket. All's well that ends well. Right, back in my usual place. What a lot of stuff I've got. Got these babies to put on. Ashcroft half shafts. Good time to change the belt, I think. And there's the problem with the viscous. It is oily. It shouldn't be like that. These had a bit of thread lock on, so they were tough to get off. Check the torque figure. So again, nicely one back on. Well, that's good. Right, got my fill plug, genuine fill plug. Not that easy to find. How to sort out the steering wheel. That's wonky. That comes off nice. Will the steering wheel actually come off? Because at the moment on my second Defender, my 2003, I cannot get the steering wheel off because it's corroded. Yes. Thank you for a life of no corrosion. I don't need it to be perfect, I just need it to be better. Such a messy job, this one. There is grease in there, there's a bit of grease in there, but it's good to top it up. think that UJ there, first ever UJ, this grease has squirted out all 4 cups on when I've done it. Okay, so prop shafts are all greased. Fiscus fan and fan belt done. Front swivels are greased. Changed the Phillip plug on the gearbox. Steering wheel's been aligned, more or less, better than it was. That half shaft's replaced. Now I just need to flip the car around and do the other one so that I'm not working in the traffic. There's one loose drive member. Look at that. Almost 3 o'clock. That took a lot longer than I thought, but so blooming hot. Right, now I need to go and get some lunch, aka breakfast, food, and then I'm heading off on my journey. Got a 2-hour journey for where I'm staying tonight. We are ready to go. Oh, I'm ready to go. You're coming with me, potentially, to Dilijan National Park, and it's 4 o'clock on a Friday, and it's sweltering. It's at least 35. Got a bead on, just been sat here for 3 minutes. Right, let's go see some more of Armenia. As they say, every long journey starts with a single engine ignition key. I don't know, whatever. Let's go. Yeah, Friday afternoon. With the state the clutch is in, it's a bit of my worst nightmare. I don't think it's the hydraulics as such. I think it's just a really low. I think the clutch is just really warm, so it only works at the bottom of the pedal push. Definitely less slack in the drivetrain for obvious reasons. You know, half shafts, drive members. Although as I've tested these drive members, and they're the cheapy ones, the £9 ones. So they have quite a lot of play in them from the factory. I just wanted something to get me home, that's all. See on the side of the Yerevan, there's some prime tourist spots there. 2 guys dancing in front of that statue. Fountains, oh, I could jump at those fountains right now. Oh, it's going to do it. Roadwork sticking out there, causing all the traffic. Okay, this is going to be a problem. The phone mount, the quarter lock just fell off the windscreen because it's too blimmin' hot. It just goes flop. So, yeah, hoping in Europe it's going to be a bit cooler. There's mountains over there with snow on. Diesel, about 5.20, so that's just over £1. Maybe £1.10. Alright, first time at highway speed really, for a long period. 80 kilometres an hour, 50 miles an hour. It's quite nice, cruising 5th, going downhill. Yeah, backlash is really good. Clutch, don't know yet. I've basically got to slam the clutch pedal, and when it clangs on the arm ring, using that as a stop mark, then I know that it's fully engaged. It's right at the end, the clutch pedal is right at the end, so I need to, sometimes it's quite tricky getting in and out of gear, or it's a bit stiff and lags a bit. Yeah, the noises don't sound half as bad as they do when you're going at sort of 60 kilometres an hour. A mighty long uphill since the lorries use the hard shoulder. I'm in 4th, closely watching the temperature gauge today. Believe me. I've just got overtaken by one of those. Jeez. So many police with these like American style flashing lights. It's been probably 5 in the last month. I've not got above 90 so far. I'm quite comfortable at that speed. 5th. Uphill I need to go to 4th. And I'm watching the temperature gauge like a hawk. Just down here I can see we are about to burst out and get the first view of Lake Sevan, the big lake in the interior of Armenia. There it is. Look at that blue water, that looks inviting. Bye bye Jorkodre, so we're heading up there into the mountains. Oh, tunnel, that was unexpected. I tell you, there's like a horrendous haze of exhaust in here and it stinks. I'm looking forward to the fresh air. Imagine driving on a roller coaster downhill with no horizon whilst holding your breath. That's basically what this tunnel's like. I'm getting blinded by LEDs from China probably. Back in the open, a bit of fresh air. What a view! Well, this is a windy downhill road that I do not have the brakes for. And this is basically what the road is, all the way going up to Dilijan from now on. Horrible whine coming out of there on overrun, which I'd not heard before. The whine was always on power, but I'm just coasting here downhill. 4th gear, it's in 5th as well, but it's probably the front output. Well, I can attribute everything to that bloody bearing on the transfer box. Dilijan. Got a bit of a sort of alpine feel to it. So I've arrived in the beautiful mountains of Armenia, and I think this has fallen off because of dust probably. I haven't cleaned the windscreen, so it's more likely what it's going to be. It does get blooming hot as well. Like, I picked my phone up, my phone was on charge as well. I couldn't hold my phone, it's that hot just from charging and being in the sun. Back where it should be. I love these quad lock cases. The reason I bought them, I know a lot of people have X RAM mounts, whatever they're called. I can put my phone on this with one hand. With the X RAM, the RAM mounts, you've got to squeeze them, put your phone in, and then release. I want to be able to take the phone on and off, or easily put it on when I jump in. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow morning is the big, well, slightly longer journey, probably 4 or 5 hours tomorrow. Heading just north of Tbilisi, but doing the border crossing, which will be the first good test that we've got all the documentation in place. We should do. Border should be straightforward. Anyway, other thing to think about is restraining all this stuff. I mean, a lot of this is the old oil, and a lot of the big bulky tools and the old half shafts are in there, and the jack is there, so they're all kind of retained. This thing's tied on. And it's all underneath here. Just got to tie the bags down a bit more, I think. Just checked everything down as well. Levels look good. Coolant, etc. Oils. It's been good to do a drive on this and get to know it a bit more. Horrendous howling coming out of the transmission, but no catastrophic leaks. And I know, well, I've been pushing it hard. Went up to 2,500 meters. Pushing it hard. Up to about 90 kilometers an hour, and it can handle it.